we have to talk about SIREN because this project is up 58% in the last 24 hours, 155% in the last week, and we're still up 787% in the last year on SIREN. But I want to talk about this because my previous video on this, I was talking about how you should avoid this project at all costs, and it was down 90% in 24 hours. Right, it was a pump and dump, and that's what it happened, and it pumped and dumped multiple times, and now it's doing it again. And someone requested for this video, but they requested for it like a month ago. It was a member, not a member of the channel. It was someone that wasn't a member of the channel, and I only do immediate video requests for the members. But I'm getting to the non-member requests right now, so shout out to everybody out there. But this project right here is very, very, very sketchy. We're gonna go over it again. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. But let's talk about it because it's at $1.30 right now. It had extremely low bottoms. Right, it went all the way down to 14 cents. Right, and it was all the way up here at $4.70. So how does it go from $4.70 down to 14 cents? Like, that's absolutely insane. That's literally one of the worst dumps I've ever seen, one of the worst pump and dumps ever. But it is what it is. I was tracking it even outside of doing videos. I didn't even make a video about it here, but there was an ascending triangle here that I noticed a while ago, and this is what started the next breakout, right? Because I made my last video on April 1st while it was at 28 cents. So I made my last video on this coin here. Then I noticed this, but I never really made a video about it because I still don't trust the project. But it did end up breaking out from the ascending triangle. As you guys know, ascending triangles are bullish patterns. So we had that ascending triangle there. We ended up breaking out to the upside here. And then there was another pump and dump here. And then it dumped. And then it tried it again. And then it dumped again. And now it's doing it again. So what do you think is going to happen after this time? It's probably going to dump, right? And if it does get all the way up to where it was before at like $4, I mean, cool, but like it's not that far from $4. So I don't think that it would be worth it to roll the dice and buy at these prices, because if you look at the market cap, it's at a $936 million market cap, $76 million in 24-hour trading volume. I just think this is the way for the whales, to try to rile things back up, right? They're trying to bring things back up so then they can pump and dump on people again. They are trying to literally lure you in and FOMO you in so they can use you as exit liquidity. They're literally trying to push this FOMO onto you so then they can use you as exit liquidity. So what I would say right now is, watch out for a massive pullback from here. Like, it could pull back here, or it could pump up to this resistance at $1.83 and then pull back. But either way, this thing is going to be bearish right now. And it's overbought on the percent R trend exhaustion for the 4-hour chart. So yeah, that's overbought. And then you can also see the MACD is showing a good amount of buying pressure is coming in. But we'll have to wait and see if we get some more buying pressure coming in here. But I still think that this is not a good thing for people who want to find projects to buy and hold long term. This isn't a long term project, right? This project is literally meant to just be a pump and dump, right? This is the pump and dump process. It's literally pumping and dumping again, right? Now, I assume we're going to start getting these lightly red or these lightly green shaded candlesticks in here soon. And that's going to be what causes the sell-off here. You're going to see those and possible sell-off. Maybe it happens now again, and maybe it happens at $1.80, right? Maybe it happens at this resistance at $1.80. Maybe it happens now, but it's going to happen. This is a pump and dump. This is how these things work, right? Now, this is another thing, the percent R trend exhaustion. I talk about this all the time. When you see the white line, which is the short-term trend, breaking far past the blue line, which is the long-term trend, you see a massive dump. Once the short-term trend tops out and starts pulling back, it brings the long-term trend down with it, and it causes a huge drop in the price. And what did you see last time there? We've seen the short-term trend rising, but the long-term trend did not follow the short-term trend. So when the short-term trend came back down, it sent the price going down hard and fast. So if we do this again, the same thing could happen again because the long-term trend is not following the short-term trend. And when the short-term trend dumps, inevitably, it's going to bring the price of the long-term trend down as well, and then it's going to dump the price just like it did last time. So if it does like it did last time, we're going to see that dump, and it's probably going to come down to either this, the 50-day moving average at 70 cents, or it's going to come all the way down to the 200-day moving average at 40 cents. And I'm willing to bet the 200-day moving average gets hit, because every single time Siren dumps on their pump and dumps, it always hits the 200-day moving average, which is the white line. Did a pump and dump here, hit the 200-day moving average, pumped and dumped here, hit the 200-day moving average, pumped and dumped here, hit the 200-day moving average. And they did it every single time. Pump, dump, 200-day, pump, dump, 200-day, pump, dump, 200-day. What do you think is going to happen now? Pump, dump, 200-day. So 40 cents is the target, right? That's where the 200-day is. I'll say get ready for 40 cents. I don't know when it's going to come, but that's where the 200-day is. So that's where I'm having it at. And yeah, that's all I got for the technical side of things. But getting to some other things, remember, this project is extremely risky. It has 53,000 holders, yet 99% of the coins are held by the top 100 holders. So the top 100 concentration has 99.6% of 99.60% of all the coins, right? The whale concentration is at 99.56%. It has a terrible distribution score, terrible. The supply of the top 5 holders is 42%, but mind you, the number 1 wallet is a burn wallet with 27% of the coins, which is a lot. They got a lot inside their burn wallet. I'm not going to lie there. They have a lot in their burn wallet, right? The top 1 through 5 people own 43%. The top 6 through 10 people hold 6%. The top 11 through 25 people hold 16%. And this is where most of the coins is held right here. The top 26 through 50 people hold 24% of the coins. And then the top 51 to 100% own 11%. So outside, all right, this is the big part. Outside the top 100 holders, everybody else has 0% of coins. Make it make sense. Outside the top 100 holders, you have 100 holders, the top 100. Outside of them, everyone else owns 0%, which means that they own less than 1%, but they probably have like a fraction of a percent. They probably have like 0.01% or 0.1% of the supply. Like, that's crazy. So when you look at it from that perspective, yeah, there's 53,000 holders, but only 100 of those holders own almost all of the money. The rest of the people own like $100, $200, $1,000, $5,000, $2,000, $500, $20, $200. The rest of the people have smaller amounts of money, which means when the top wallets, when the top whales start dumping, the people with the small amounts of money are about to lose all of their money. So I would be extremely careful with Siren. And I know some people wanted me to talk about it, but I would be extremely careful with this project. I'd be extremely careful. Yeah, it's pumping. Yeah, it might be possible to even get to $1.80, but I would not trust it. It definitely looks like it's about to pump and dump again, like always. So be extremely careful. Now, let's talk about some user sentiment. And this is what this guy, Oxnox, is saying. Something might be brewing with Siren. Volume is increasing while funding rate continues to decline. At the same time, there are also large on-chain transfers taking place right now. Not a sell signal for now. These look more like wallet reshuffles. 3 million Siren was transferred between KuCoin related wallets. Another 4 million Siren moved between side wallets. You know what happens right before pump and dumps? People start moving things through wallets. This is called wash sales. This is called washing your trades. You're washing your sales. You don't want people to see that you're dumping on them. You don't want people to see where your money is going and where you're selling it to. So you start washing your transactions. It's called wash trading, wash sales. So what they do is they'll literally take and send $1 million to this wallet, break that thing down into 10, 100K to this one, 100K to that one, 100K to that one, break that thing down into 10 more. 10K there, 10K there, 10K there. By the time they're done, they've done 1,000 transactions with $1 million, but they've broken it down to like 1,000 wallets. So you don't know that there's a whale who owns 1,000 wallets. You don't know that there's a whale who owns 1,000 wallets, but they just broke that thing down, wash trading it. And now when things start pumping, you don't think that you're getting dumped on because all these small wallets are selling, but all these small wallets are owned by the whales. They're washing their trades. So you need to be careful. That's why there's a lot of transactions going on inside of Siren. There's probably going to be a big dump coming soon. Now, It says Siren is one breakout away from becoming everyone's favorite chart. Right now, it's sitting directly below the most important resistance on the chart. And look, Bitcoin is dumping right now. All cryptos are dumping right now. That means that there is an excess of liquidity floating around in the market. Let me say that again. Bitcoin dumped, billions upon billions of dollars left Bitcoin. There's an excess of liquidity in the market. And now you're about to see money flowing into random projects. And that's exactly what's happening here. Liquidity flows out of Bitcoin, BNB dumped too. So money flowed out of BNB. Where do you think that money's going to start flowing to? It's going to start flowing to these little smaller altcoins. And now we're seeing that happening here. But I still would not trust Siren in particular. This is a pump and dump. And a lot of other projects are about to pump and then have an immediate pullback as well. But Siren is different. Like this thing could go to zero, right? Last time it didn't go all the way down to zero, but it did go really low. It went down to $99 million market cap. So how does it go from 1.7 billion in market cap down to 100 million in market cap? Like, yeah, this is a pump and dump. This is how these things work. But yeah, this is all I got for you guys today. Definitely hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know in the comment section what you guys want me to cover next. Whether you're a member or not, just let me know. I'll be going over the members request first, but since we don't have any members request right now, get your request in. I have a whole list. I got like 20 different projects that people want me to go over, so I'm going through them all. I just went over one earlier, and that was Canton Network, and I'm going to continue to go over more. So shout out to you guys. Go ahead and become a member of the channel. Only $9.99 per month, and I'll go over any project at any given time. Just be like, hey, Marcellus, comment on a video. Be like, hey, Marcellus, you can go over this, you can go over that, and I'll immediately go over it for you guys, right? But if you're not a member, it might take a month, like how it did with Siren, right? I think Siren might have took 2 months for me to finally get to this. But shout out to everybody out there. Yeah, big shout out to you guys. And as always, I'll be back with another video.